Okay, check this. I know a lot of us get inspired by resilient people. And this is why today I want to share with you a story of a super resilient and inspiring young lady. Her name is Bethany Hamilton. Have you heard that name before? I bet not. Now, Bethany was a 13-year-old surfer at the time of this incident that I'm about to tell you about. So she went out one random morning to go surfing with her best friend, Alana. So they went out, did their thing, surfing, and what do you know? A big tiger shark, 14 feet long, comes from nowhere and latches onto Bethany's arm. Okay, get this. Now her arm is now dangling under the water. It's literally dangling. People find out that Bethany's in trouble. Alana goes and gets her dad. Alana's dad is on the beach surfing, but not too far away from where Bethany and her friend were hanging out. Alana's dad comes over, rescues her, takes her over to the hospital to go get some medical help. What do you know? Bethany's dad is scheduled for a knee surgery with the same doctor in the hospital. So they just kind of swap places, right? So doctor leaves dad and takes care of Bethany Hamilton. Mind you, Bethany was only 13 at the time of this incident. She goes through her healing process. Doctor does his magic. Barely a month later, what do you know? Bethany Hamilton is not just out of the hospital, but going about surfing, now professionally surfing. Barely a month out of the hospital. She's professionally surfing at this point, but with a stumped arm. Obviously, her arm got amputated by the tiger shark, right? Now, she finds a way to, make do with now what she now is, one arm. Goes through this whole thing, even creates a whole customized surfboard that is now being shown in museums around the world. Why is this story important? This story caught my attention this week for a couple reasons. Number one, Bethany is only 13. Number two, she not only turns around and continues surfing, but actually goes ahead to win competitions as a professional surfer. Get this. After being stung by this tiger shark, she's not sitting in bed feeling sorry for herself. She's not going, oh my God, I must have been careless. How did this happen to me? She's not having any of those thoughts that sometimes we adults have. She carries on like no man's business, creates a custom-made surfboard for herself, and just keeps going. I know. Inspiring, eh? I think about how many times God gives us a vision and a desire to do something. And sometimes we come up with these excuses because, God, it's too hard. I don't want to do it. Or I have tried and it's not happening. Can I now move into something else? So I wanted to give you 3 or 4 tips that I've personally found in my life and in the lives of my clients to help with building resilience. Number 1, desire is key to building resilience. Check out Jeremiah 29:11 in the Message translation. It talks about God will bring you a hope and a future that you see for yourself, that you desire for yourself. So it's the hope and the future that you see and desire that He will bring to pass. This is why desire is so important. I hear so many Christian entrepreneurs talking about how things aren't working out. And the question I want to ask you is, what is your desire level? Bethany Hamilton had a strong desire for surfing. So nothing at this point, I bet you now know that she was totally unstoppable. Not even an amputated arm could stop her. What things has God given you that you've quit on midway, you stopped doing, you've given up on because you're like, this is way too hard? I want you to go back and check your desire tank, because without desire, there is nothing that can and will happen for you without desire. The second thing I want to talk about is, are you methodical about the things that God has given you? What do I mean by that? I'm talking about systems. I'm talking about being systematic, okay? You know how when you go to see a doctor, he scribbles in really bad writing a prescription. He says, take this 2 times a day, take this one 3 times, take this one time a day. And there's different prescriptions for different medications depending on what the problem is, right? Or depending on what your healing path is. What if I said to you, grab me a list of confessions, grab me a list of faith declarations, grab me a list of mindset shifts that you want to make to help you get from point A to point B. And I want you to do it dutifully and diligently for 3 months, not missing anything, like being methodical, just the way you would take your prescription medicine. Would you do it? Would you do it? Or would you treat it the same way you treat your iron medication? Take it some days and don't take it other days, right? We don't take things seriously. We start and we're like, oh, I missed it Tuesday. I missed it on Thursday. Oh, I did good this week, but in the next week, I didn't do so good. I want us to seriously start getting more methodical with the things that, with our faith declarations, with the path, our success path. So once you map out your success path, you really want to get into that habit. You want to create a system around it. You want to repeat. So every so often, so you can get into your spirit, man, and you can build some resilience. Okay. Number 3 is very tied to, is very much linked to number 2. Being consistent, literally. I know we hear that all the time. Life success is not really made of the once in a while highs. Oh, I went to the gym today. Fantastic. You went to the gym for 10 hours, or you rode the bike for 12 hours. But are you doing something every single day for maybe an hour? Maybe you don't need to do 12 hours, but can you get into a habit? Can you get your mind trained into a situation where it knows that nothing could stop you from that final dissertation? Nothing could stop you from your final presentation or your thesis. So how come when someone says to you, go journal, go write, go declare, go confess the word, go do the work, we stop midway? It's because we don't want it bad enough. So it goes back to my first point of desire. Desire precedes the results that you're looking for. If you find that you're flicking off midway, if you find that you're starting and stopping, if you find that you're having a hard time becoming consistent, if you find that just every little thing in this, think about Bethany Hamilton. It wasn't even a little thing. This was a legit excuse to stop this whole spot, but she kept going. But for some of us, it's not even anything as big as a shock attack. It could just be someone said something to you and boom, you're gone. You saw something and boom, you got distracted. You had a little thing come up and boom, you can't get back into your rhythm again. I want us to check. How much do you want this? How badly do you want it? What's your desire level? Once you do those things, I promise you, you will get to the point that you need to get to, okay? The first thing is desire. God will not bless anything that is not first a desire from your heart, and first a thing that you can get around, something that you can be passionate about, something that you can be enthusiastic about. Yes? Alrighty, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.